All praise to the Most High.
Turn around. Turn around. You feel
The
me?
turn. All right, the turn around.
All
You hear me?
right. Man, we back. You know what I'm talking
We
about?
back for
Like a
sure.
we back like a turtle shell.
Hmm.
Feel me? And we're gonna kick it off like a football game. You know what I'm saying? God sent to Israel and
Hmm.
Dart.
Let there be light.
Let there be light. You feel me? No doubt. And you know what I'm saying? This thing right here, this thing here gonna hit. Who, what, and how do you worship? And I'm gonna tell you, it's odd the way that it was brought about for me to come to hit like this
Yeah,
because you find things in things that you don't expect to find them in. You know what I'm saying?
hmm.
You find things in things you don't expect to find them in.
It be some
And you
people
know,
too, bro. It don't be, you know what I'm saying? It be
ooh,
some people, bro. It be,
some
we
people
just
too. You
playing.
find things in people you don't expect to find it in.
Mhm.
And you know, you have to ask yourself this question, what do I worship? And what made me think about that is the young brother that just went through the trial, Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, for the
You know they
feelings.
they end up hitting him with murder.
I didn't know that.
He
I
got
didn't.
murdered, bro. That's what they got a first degree, if I'm not mistaken. First degree.
Shalom, shalom, sister. Sister Quay, shalom.
And you know what I'm saying? I'll praise to the most high and I just pray that that brother get through this what he going through. But it's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna be tough. But the thing that I ask is
What they give him, you know?
I don't know what they hit him with. Uh I'm sure Quay know. Quay, do you
Yeah.
do you know how much time they end up giving that brother for that charge? If you do, could you put it in the chat for us? But what do you think? Hold on. What do you think is the difference between someone that put their trust and their faith in the judicial system compared to someone who put their trust and their faith in the Most High God? What is the difference in that?
Oh, man, it'll be unexplainable series of events when you put the Most High first. You know what I'm saying? When you let's say like putting your faith in a judicial system, almost like getting that court appointed lawyer, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You get
Mm-hmm.
you get what you get, but from the Most High, you don't even know. You you don't know what's in store for you or what's gonna happen to you, cause what we talked about earlier, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody know the season, the time.
You don't know nobody.
So
Nobody know it, bro.
things like that, it's unexplainable. It's gonna be an unexplainable series of events when it comes down to the Most High, and you gonna know it too. It's gonna hit you all like, how did this happen? How did this come about?
Yeah, most definitely, bro.
It's
But
like that Young Thug trial, bro. Boy, it had to be the Most
mm-hmm.
High. You get what I'm saying? Your lawyer ain't that good, bro. Your lawyer not that
Now
good.
the question is, and we can't say from over here because we can't judge on appearance, but based off of the things that brother do, the things that he say in his music,
Right.
would you think that he is a keeper of the
Nah,
law?
for sure not.
We're talking about
Nah, for
Young
sure
Thug.
not.
Talking
For
about
sure
Young
not.
Thug. So what would? How could a person of that stature, and not to compare, because
Right.
we don't know the
Mm.
ins and outs. We don't know the highs and lows, the dark sides to either of these brothers. This is us from the
Mm-hmm.
outside. But how could a brother like Young Thug make it out of his trial, and then a young brother like Carmelo end up getting murdered?
Mm.
You see that?
Yeah,
You see the difference in that, bro?
for sure.
Wow,
You know what?
that's tough, man.
I'm gonna tell you the way I see the Most High work, which I can't explain it. It's not no explanation to be made, but the Most High use the wicked so much. You know what I'm saying? The Most High gonna use the wicked, especially somebody who has an influential. The Most High gonna use everybody, but it's like going to church and like I was talking to this. I was talking.
And you know we don't know the
Yeah,
plan now. Salaki. But go ahead. I'm
but it's
with you.
like you go in church and you see the preacher preaching to the preacher not gonna preach to people who already know what the preacher preaching about. The
Mm-hmm.
preacher gonna preach to the wicked. So what I'm saying is the Most High tends to grab a hold to that wicked, like, hey, straighten up or get with me, or I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna give you one last chance.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely see the Most High working with Carmelo for sure during his time and stuff when he's had to sit down. He finna work with that brother. He gonna work with that man.
Not
This
to
might.
mention, not to mention what what effect him getting that time will have on the world.
Mm-hmm,
It might be a snowball effect to
mm-hmm.
wake somebody up.
You right,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying?
You right.
We don't know the plan, bro. We really don't know the plan. But you know, the question is, what do you worship? Who do you worship? And how do you worship? What's the difference in Carmelo not keeping the laws and Young Thug not keeping the laws?
Mm. I don't think it's no difference. I think it's I don't know. That's a tough one right there, bro. That's a tough one.
That's all I'm saying. Shalom,
Shalom,
shalom. Stephen done
shalom,
feeling the bill, bro.
shalom, brother Step. Man, all praise
Shalom,
to the Most
shalom,
High.
bro. How y'all bro doing, man?
Oh man, you know we doing we
Man.
just we man we love this right here. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even put words to express to be how excited I am to be able to even bring out anything.
Yeah, doing what
But
we supposed to do.
All
what
praise.
about you? What
But
about
yeah,
you,
we
Step?
what we just started talking about was yeah, what you got going on?
Oh man, just feeling good like a Hebrew should, man.
Okay, I like that.
Feeling good like a Hebrew should, man.
I like that.
What y'all
What do
bringing
you
out?
think about we just talking about what you worship, who you worship, how you worship, and what we was just talking about was the trial of the young brother Carmelo. You know, he just got indicted on first degree murder. And we were
Yeah, I saw
saying
that.
like, do you think someone put their faith in the judicial system? You know what I'm saying? Like during that time, do you think it was somebody who thought the judicial system wouldn't let them down?
From which perspective?
Just let's say his lawyer, his someone, his mother, for instance, someone on his side. Do you think they were putting their faith in the judicial system when they should have been putting more faith in the Most High? Because see, when you put your faith in the Most High, you pray that the Most High let His will happen, not what you want to happen,
That's right. That's right.
as opposed to praying that this particular thing happen, because that's not what we in control of. We want the best possible outcome.
And you know, that's a mistake that we make as a people, bro, and you know where that's brought from. You know that's brought
Mm-hmm.
from Christianity because that's what we've been taught. You know what I'm saying? You pray your will upon the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
We've never really been taught to pray and ask the Most High to allow His will to be done and give us the strength and the ability to be able to accept it, no matter which way it turned out, or be able to deal with it.
And sometimes it's tough.
It is. It is. And that's a hard saying too, though, Hebrew.
Yeah, yeah.
To say that and really mean it, that's a hard saying, man.
It's easy to say it, but to be able to stand on it and stand behind it, no matter what the outcome is.
Yeah, yeah,
It,
that's what
it,
I mean when I say a hard
yeah,
saying.
I know it. Like if it's meant for me to jump on the grenade to save you and Dark, if it's meant for me, can I really? When the grenade hit the ground, am I gonna turn and run, or am I really gonna be able to jump on the grenade so that y'all can live? That's tough.
That's a hard saying, man. Cause one thing about man, and no matter what nation of a man it is, we can say we can we can say stuff. You know, I remember a saying from the street where they said, "Nigga talking they sleep." You know what I'm saying? People say
Mm-hmm.
anything,
Mm-hmm.
but are you really gonna stand for that thing when that hour comes? And you gotta be made a certain kind of way for that.
Like Steph, you gotta be a martyr, ain't it, man?
That's
Ooh,
right.
you,
That's
you
right,
said it
bro.
then.
That's right.
You said it then. The definition of worship is the
Gotta pull it.
feeling. All right, go ahead, pull it up. But this knowing the definition of these words, understanding of what these words are, is different than just associating the words with something you feel or something you think. And you know, here on the turnaround, we're edifying. We want to try to
Mm-hmm.
turn this thing around, and the only way to do
That's
that
right.
is to educate, re-educate our brothers and sisters. So the definition of worship is the feeling or expression of reference and adoration for a deity. Now, another thing you have to ask yourself is what all can be considered a deity. And so we went to Google and we typed in, can anything be a deity? And the answer is basically yes. Anything that is looked at to have divine power or influence can become a deity. Ain't that tough, bro? Ain't that tough when you think about that? Ain't that tough? Anything that you look at to have divine
Yeah, I mean,
power or
you can.
influence.
That can be food. That can be
Man,
your car. That can be your house. For sure, your money.
because when you
That
when you
can
think of the
be
word
anything.
deity, you have this image in your head. But to know that anything can become a deity, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. Like, okay, I got a stat for y'all. I was telling my rib this. I got a stat for y'all. Y'all tell me how this make y'all feel. Last year in New York, the rate or the percentage was higher for how can I say it? Deletion of pregnancies than the birth of babies. How did
Say that
that hit you
again.
when you hear that?
Say that
Okay,
again.
last year in New York, the percentage or the number, the stats were higher for child abortion than the delivery of baby, than childbirth.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Right.
It's believable
That
because
goes that.
the more we go on, so like one bag. Go ahead, Steph. Go ahead, Steph.
Oh, I was just gonna say that go back to the deity that you was just speaking about because we
Mm-hmm.
know where child abortion came from, the worship of Molech.
There you go. That's what made me bring that
Mm-hmm.
up, bro.
That's right. But
See,
go ahead, Black.
they put their faith in these doctors. They got faith that no matter what happens, even if they do get pregnant, that they got faith that the doctor gonna make it all right. And wouldn't that be a form of worship?
Shit, you putting that faith in that doctor. That's exactly right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's too much power. That's too much power. You're not even afraid to go under that knife. You're not afraid that something can go wrong. Something could go wrong, bro. We worship doctors. We put our faith in doctors. You remember what happened to Kanye mom
Mm-hmm.
at her old age? You want to go under the knife and have a plastic surgery?
I got a question.
That's scary, bro. Come on, bring it out.
So, do you think that more Israelite women lose their lives in childbirth
Mm,
or child abortion?
And that's a good question.
that's a good question. That's worth looking into.
Look it up, Hebrew. See what the
I
I'm
stats
looking
sure
it
is
up
on
will.
that.
now.
And I got a reason for asking that question. Because all of us on this panel know that they don't want us to reproduce. And if more of our sisters lose their lives in childbirth versus child abortion, then we got a problem on our hands.
Now, it says while both childbirth and abortions carry inherent risk, Black women experience a significantly higher maternal mortality rate during pregnancy and childbirth compared to white women. Now, that's just the first thing it says. Now that you have
Well,
to
we
ask
already know
yourself,
that
you have to ask yourself, what's the what is the reason behind that? You know what I'm saying?
because we
But it
already
also
know
said,
from the
come on,
biblical times, we already know that
mm-hmm.
Hebrew women are stronger in childbirth than other women. Because if you go back to the book of Genesis, during the time that we was in Egypt, when they was trying to genocide our kids out, then what they tell them? These not regular women. These women have they been there. They already done had their babies. So we know that our sisters are stronger than any other nation of women that's on this planet Earth. So how are our sisters losing their lives versus the weaker vessels, the weaker races? How is
Now
that possible?
also we got to know that those stats are based on the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That makes a
Cause,
difference. But
Cause
it says black women.
that's where they killing them
That's
at
right.
in the US.
That's right. But it says black women are more likely to die during childbirth complications than from abortions.
Bam. Just like I thought. It's intentional.
Mm-hmm. They don't mind assisting you on deleting what Sister Quay said, delete us, defeat us.
Mm-hmm.
They don't mind assisting you on that.
Yep.
She said that's why they trick us to use birth control or getting your tubes tied or cut. It messes up the woman's body long term. She
Mm-hmm.
said if they stay on them too long, they won't be able to have children. That's amazing.
And later on they have cysts and stuff on their ovaries and you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? They wind up having to get hysterectomies and stuff like that later on in life.
That's tough, man.
They intentionally sabotaging our women.
That's tough, bro. Bring us out a script or something, Dart. Get in them notes. Let me see what you got for me.
My first one gonna be that John 4:22. Let me bring it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's one of your ones right there.
Boy, I almost started reciting it when you said it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
It said the Most High Yah is a spirit, didn't it?
Sure did. John chapter 4:22. It says, ye worship ye not what? We know what we worship for solution, Salakia,
Salvation.
Sal.
It says, "Ye know not
Why
what you
is that?
worship,
Oh,
but we
okay,
know
okay,
what we
okay.
worship."
I got it. Let's switch to
You know
standard.
what you're looking at? Yep, you got the you looking at the original text, the old text.
Yeah. Ye worship Salaki, not what? Yeah, I will. We know what we worship for salvation is of the Jews.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first opening. That's my first opening script for worship.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. And because that's the thing, and that go for a lot of people though. A lot of people don't know what they worship, bro. A lot of people don't know what they worship or who they worship. So if anything can be a deity, and if anything that you think has divine power or influence is a deity, how many of these young kids is looking at TV and BT, MTV, watching videos and YouTube and considering the people that they watch as a deity? You
Mm,
realize what I'm saying, bro?
mm.
Hmm. It's so easy to look at a TV
That's
and be
it.
like,
That's it.
oh,
Hey,
You
Salakia.
worshiping them, bro.
Um. See, what a lot of our people don't understand too, because our people get caught up on a building too. You know what I'm saying? And they feel like
Mm-hmm.
if you're not going to a building, then you can't worship. But
You're
see,
not
the
worshiping
true
properly.
worship, that's right. The true worship of the Most High God is not limited to a place, a time, or or any type of outward ritual or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really rooted in obedience and
Mm-hmm.
truth and the keeping of the commandments, Hebrew. You know, like
that's all right.
as Israelites, we really are called to worship the Most High in what spirit and in the
And
truth.
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 That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not sometimes, that's daily. You know, and not just on the Shabbat, not just on feast days.
Hmm.
Our worship is supposed to be expressed to the Most High through righteous living, through repentance, and through honoring the order in which He set up the house of Israel, which is what? The Most High, Yahweh Shai, man, woman, child.
Mm-hmm.
See,
All right.
there's so many different ways of worship, and we get caught up in thinking, well, we got to be in a building to worship, or everything got to be just right for us to worship the Most High. But as long as we worshiping in spirit and in truth and operating within His laws, statutes, and commandments, that's true worship, bro.
Let me bring out this script you were talking about still. This Matthew 18, verse 20. It says, for where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I
Mm-hmm.
in the midst of
Mm-hmm.
them. That's what you were talking about, wasn't it still?
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. That's worship of the Most High.
Uh.
Because it's not about singing, you know what I'm saying, or getting
Hmm.
goosebumps or sacrificing. You know, it's in submission, in obedience. Because what do the scriptures say?
Mm-hmm.
Obedience is better than
Ain't no question
sacrifice.
about it. Because
This is what the Most High is looking for.
obedience
Go
is a
ahead.
sacrifice on some levels.
Yeah.
You have to sacrifice so much. Why you and John, bro? Look at 4:24.
Mm-hmm.
Get
Yep,
23 and
yep.
24, Hebrew.
I was in
My
Matthew, but we
bad. I
finna go
thought
to
you was still in
John.
John.
What you say that John was?
4,
John 4.
23 and 24.
Okay. John chapter 4:3. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him.
Mm-hmm.
God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. All
That's
praise.
what Steph was just talking
Mm-hmm.
about, in spirit and in truth. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
what we got to worship. That's how you supposed to worship him. And it's Psalms 119 and 151. It says, "Thou art near, O Lord, and all thy commandments are truth." So that go back to what Steph was
That's
just
right.
saying. The truth that it's talking about is the commandments. It ain't no way around it, bro.
That's right. Hey, precept that with Sirach, Hebrew. Sirach, I think Sirach 35. You can start at verse 1. That's a precept for that out of the Apocrypha.
You gonna bring out this rock for me, gosh?
I got you.
Y'all gonna love that one. That joint hit like steel.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes is one of my favorite books. Still, I ain't gonna lie.
Man, I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
Sirach hard, man.
That first, that first
Man,
line, that first line got me. That's one of
Uh,
the one.
Brother KG taught a whole chapter out of that joint last night. And I'm talking about it was hard, boy.
Sirach 35 and 1. He that keepeth the law bringeth offerings enough. He that taketh heed to the commandment offereth a peace offering.
You heard what it said? He that
Mm-hmm.
keepeth the law
Man,
bringeth
that's enough
offering
offering
enough.
right there by keeping the law. That thing hit.
Hey, that's plenty. That's plenty.
You don't offer enough. Yeah, that hit right there. Hey, you made me pick my highlighter up. Damn, boy.
All praise to the
All
Most
praise.
High.
I'm telling you, it's always a blessing when
All
they make you pick
praise.
that highlighter up,
Yeah.
because you know when you studying on the daily, you had never found all them jewels yet. Even you studying on
Mm-hmm.
the daily, you still ain't found all them jewels yet. And to walk and stumble up on a, have you ever been at the fair or the Okalili Festival or something and found $1? Why you look at the ground for the rest
And
of the
walked
day?
up on some
Why
money.
you looking at the ground for the rest of the day? You can't even enjoy the
Hey,
rest of the day.
hey, bro. Me and your brother Swift, we was little bitty boys, man. And we was over by the tree over there on Thomastown. Right there where the cafe used to
Mm-hmm.
sit at. We were walking, just playing around, just being kids. And Swiss walked up on $100 bill.
Ooh.
Boy, hey, boy, we looked down all the way because he went straight to the house and got Child to take him to the store. I think he went and bought some
No, he
shoes.
did.
But we looked down the rest of the
I'm
way
telling
all
you,
the way to
boy,
the
when you
park.
run up on a jewel, you start looking for some more. That's just it. You know it's possible now.
Hey, that's a true story. Hey, ask him about
Sure
it when
gonna
you talk
answer.
to him.
But when you run up on a jewel like that, boy, hey, you know it's some more out there. It's some more
Mm-hmm.
out there, man. Come on, Dark,
That's
bring it
right.
out. I know you got
Uh,
something else.
look, mostly me. John chapter 14 and 6.
Let's see
It
what you
says,
got.
Jesus said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
No doubt. That's the mediator.
Hmm.
He the mediator. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shah is the mediator. And you can't get to him without going through him.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And he walked as an example for us. So that's just another way to look at that. You can't get to him without doing what he did. We gotta walk just like he walked. And and
That's
we know
right,
he
and
kept all the
that also
commandments.
and that also killed the Trinity doctrine. That
It
same
do.
scripture right there. That slaughter that
It do.
Trinity doctrine. I don't mean to just
Hey,
bring that up, but
look,
it's
anytime a
right there.
sword come out like that, you have to look at the multi-purposes for it. That's a
That's
that's a
right. I
multi-purpose.
mean, it's just
Me and
right
Dark
there.
we were looking at something today. It was either Acts or Matthew. Boy, it was so many so many different ways to swing that sword.
I tell
It
you
was
what, bro,
amazing.
it was that X. Let me look at it. 'Cause I ended up sending it to X. It was X chapter 1, bro. X chapter 1, all the way 1 through 8, and it was just swinging the whole time.
Boy,
Like,
it was
Oh
ooh,
just
yeah.
swinging.
Oh yeah. That
That
Acts one
yeah.
thing
hard.
hit.
I was in that Jubilee today. That's what I've been
Mm-hmm.
in today. Man.
You know
That's
that
gonna give you them time frames
Man,
right
that
there. That
Jubilee,
it
Jubilee,
man.
man,
do.
you gonna get them
It
time
do.
frames like from
Man.
play by play.
It do. And you know, you have to ask yourself, what are you worshiping? Uh, what was that I was checking out? What's the old girl that be on Wild and Out that's going viral right now, Dark?
Uh, oh, what you talking about? The Britney girl.
No, she be on Wild and Out and she going viral right now. Uh, she all over the internet, and the reason she all over the internet is she got a little podcast. It's two people that have a new podcast that been getting my attention, and she one of them. The other person, I'm sure y'all not aware of, is Michelle Obama. Do y'all know she got a new podcast?
I didn't even know that.
Okay, Michelle Obama got a new podcast, and she was interviewing this woman.
Yeah, yeah. She had the gal that played on Blackish on there a
So did
few
she just
weeks
be having
ago.
random people on there interviewing her? And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
she,
Go ahead.
yeah, she had
I
this
done
woman on
seen
there,
it.
and she asked this woman. They were discussing the difference in raising boys and raising girls, just talking about the different things that you go through. And the woman asked Michelle, um, "Don't you wish that you had some boys to raise some boys?" You know what Michelle's response was? She said, "No, that'll be like having to raise." She said
Michelle a
that'll be like having to
feminist.
raise another
She a
Barack.
feminist.
What?
Yeah, she
Did
a
you just
feminist,
say?
bro.
You say
She
you
hate
had to
men.
raise Barack?
Mm-mm-mm.
I couldn't believe she said that.
Yeah, she
I
hate
couldn't believe
men.
she said that.
She hate
To
men.
put a man that powerful, to throw him under the bus like that for some likes for a show? Really?
She always, but if you watch it, she always berate him
Man,
like
that's
that.
tough, man.
You know who they remind me of? Will Smith
Man,
and
that's
Jada
Oh,
tough.
I knew you was gonna
That's who
say
she,
that.
that's who they remind me of. That's who they remind me of, bro. She hate men.
It ain't Pretty V, is it, bro? Is that who you talking about? The Wild and Out podcast? I've been trying to find it. I don't see it. But I'm gonna bring out that uh learn the way of learn not the way of the heathen. I'm gonna bring that out. Let me get to Jeremiah. Let's see. Hey, still, we appreciate you too, man. I always love to hear y'all listen. Like when I tell y'all, I be appreciate y'all. Y'all listen, man, cause it be hitting right on time for me almost every time. Almost every time.
Man, all praise to the Most High. That word is
Man,
always
it
on
is.
time, bro. The word of God
Hey,
always on time.
Jeremiah.
It ain't never a bad time. So ain't never a bad time.
Jeremiah 10:2 says, "Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." Hey, they gonna see that. Hey, what you say? That sky crack. They gonna see that sky crack. Ooh, they gonna just be like, "What's going on?"
Hey, he said it's gonna crack like concrete.
What's going on?
That's what he said in that verse.
Hey, you in that book, you gonna know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yes sir.
We might have lost Scott Shin. We losing
Got to get in there though.
for sure. Let's see, I'm gonna bring out Deuteronomy 12, 30 and 31 too. It says let me bring it out, put it on screen. So
You bring that out, I got one for you.
okay.
On the question that he had sent me, when do we worship? When do we worship the Most High? And we all know the answer to that is going to be always. But I
Always
got
and
some scripts.
forever.
I
You
got
hear
some
me?
scripts to bag it up though. But go ahead, bring out your script, bro.
Okay, okay, I am. I got you, I got you. Deuteronomy 12 and 30 says, I'm gonna read 31 with you. It said, "Take heed to thyself, snare by following them. After that they be destroyed from before thee, and that thou inquire not after their gods, saying, how did these nations serve their gods? Even so I will, so like even so will I do likewise. Thou shalt not do so unto the Lord thy God, for every abomination to the Lord which he hated have they done unto their gods, for even their sons and their daughters they have burnt in the fire to their gods." That's what you was talking about earlier, about Moloch.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you was talking about. You back, Bruce.
Yeah. It kicked me off. I don't know what happened.
All praise for you to get back in here. But I'll
But yeah,
just
that's that
bringing out
Molech
that
worship, Hebrew.
yeah, that Deuteronomy
Yeah.
12 and what you got for me, Step?
The question, when do we worship the Most High, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Let's go to Psalm chapter 55, Hebrew, and I think you can start at verse like 14 down to 17, and then after that we'll go to Luke 9 and 23.
You said Psalms chapter 5. What you say, Bruce?
55.
55. Okay, Psalms
14
50.
through 7.
Okay. Psalms chapter 50, 14 through 17. We took sweet counsel together and walked unto the house of Yah in company. let death seize upon them, and let them go down quick into hell, for wickedness is in their dwellings and among them. As for me, I will call upon Yah, and the Lord shall save me. Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry out loud, and he shall hear my voice. He had
Okay.
delivered my
So
soul.
so the
Okay.
question, Salaki. So the question that's asked is, when do we worship the Most High, right? And what did that scripture tell us? In the evening
17 said
and in
evening,
the
morning,
morning
and noon.
and at noon. So
That's
so
right.
so in a nutshell, what is that? That's
All day, every
24/7.
day,
Man,
You know what I'm
that's the
saying?
whole day.
forever.
Now, on the flip side of that, you got the other religions. They pray what? 3 times a day.
Hmm.
So that go to show you that the other religions, they take our scriptures, Hebrew, and they use them for their own religion. Every religion come from our religion. Every religion come from our book, bro.
Ain't no question about it.
It come from our book. Now you can precept that with that Luke 9:23, Hebrew.
Okay. Luke chapter 9, it says, and he said to them all, it said all, they ain't leave out nobody. If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. All praise to the Most High. I talk about taking up that cross all the
Hey,
time.
we were just talking about that.
And you got to do it daily.
And you know
So,
what,
so the
Steph?
first scripture told you morning, noon, and night, and now that scripture tell you every day.
That's
So if
right.
you take the every day and mix that with the morning, noon, and night, what that tell you?
24
That's all
7.
24/7, 365.
I'm good at math. That equals 24/7.
I'm gonna tell you, Steph,
24/7.
that take up his cross daily. Now, if you look at that, it's like when you see somebody, or when, like, let's say we watching, we ain't gonna even bring Yahweh Shai in the crucifixion, but let's say we see somebody getting crucified and we see them carrying their cross, right? And we talking about crucifixion by the cross, right? Okay, so when you see that person, they got their cross. When you see that person got they not gonna be able to turn around and be like, oh no, I ain't finna take my cross. I'm finna nah, I ain't doing that. Man, they ain't coming back. You can't come back. There's no way to come back. And I was watching a video and it brought that to my attention, like the whole picking up the cross. I'm trying to remember who a video.
You were telling me about it.
I wanna say it probably was Philip. It probably was Philip, and he was talking about picking up the cross, and you can't turn back. I said, "Oh, that hit right there."
Hey,
So
hey,
I
hey, hey, brother Black, Salaki.
go
But
ahead, bro.
what is the cross? Is everybody cross the same?
Nah, everybody cross can't be the same, bro.
That's right. That's right. We all got our own personal cross. My cross ain't your cross, not my cross.
Mm-hmm.
God's hand cross is neither one of our crosses. But we
Mm-hmm.
all have one. And we got to pick that thing up and we got to run with that thing like it's a football.
Right?
Because we in a race.
So therefore, um you can't expect you out of someone else. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Mm-hmm.
right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something we got to
Because
learn.
your cross might be heavier than mine.
Mm-hmm.
And Black, his cross might be heavier than both ours.
Right, bro.
But my leg, I might have a penetration leg. I, my leg might not be strong enough to. My leg
Man,
might not my leg might not You know
We
what the
getting this straight
penetration
now,
legs
y'all.
is, don't you, Black?
Say it again, bro.
You know what them penetration legs is, don't
Penitentiary legs.
you? Yeah.
I can't say that I know, but I got an idea. You get what I'm saying? I can't say I know, but
E,
I got an idea.
you tell him what them penetration legs is. E.
I think he's trying to switch over to his laptop. He done got
Oh,
that
okay.
connected.
But what it is you know when people in prison they only work on their upper body. They don't work on
Mm,
their lower body. So when you see them, they'll be real big up top,
at the top,
and
right?
and they legs be real skinny.
I got you. See that go
Yeah,
with
but
a lot of people that be working out. A lot of us men for sure. We gonna work their upper body out. We ain't gonna.
skip leg day.
We definitely skipping leg day. So I understand that.
Skip leg day.
Imagine on leg day getting skipped. You
I'm
trying to
gonna
carry
tell
that?
y'all. That's why I wear jeans. I wear jeans all the time.
Hey, I
I
wear
always wear
long
jeans.
pants too.
Y'all ain't gonna never catch me in no
All
basketball
right,
shorts.
I wear long
You
pants
ain't gonna
too.
catch me in no basketball shorts. Mm,
why not?
No, I don't got nowhere to hook my Z.
All
I ain't got
right,
nowhere to hook my Z.
look, what's crazy? You say that, bro. Like I be trying to wear cause I'm a jogging pant fanatic. I love wearing my jogging pants.
I already know.
Boy, I can't hook my
When
ZZs on no
you
thing
checking
like
for your
no
Zeeks
mountain,
all
boy.
day.
I'm trying look ticking all day trying to
I
look
know
one, two,
it.
three, four. You hear me? Man,
You
say,
gotta
Boy,
count all
y'all
day.
count
funny.
all
I
day
ain't going through
long.
that. Nah,
But I've been wearing
What you count? What you
black
but
what you
not wear
mean?
jeans
What you
no.
count for?
because I ain't want to lose one. I ain't want to lose on my
He
Z.
scared he gonna lose one. Got
Wear
them
the
jogging
jogging
pants.
pants.
I know what it
Boy,
is.
I tell because I'm hopping in on and off that van several times a day. So I catch myself looking at the ground, make sure, because I don't want to get my ZZs dirty, because I just like, oh, I ain't trying to do that. But I had a
Yeah.
woman try to touch my ZZs
Man,
today, y'all. She said,
did
let
you
me
feel
break.
like your house was
She
shot?
said, bruh, she said, and she a black woman. She said, let me see. She said,
Mm.
let me braid your strings right there. Well, I said, go read numbers 15, 34, and 38. Just read that whole. Just go read chapter 15 number. So we ain't even got to really have the discussion. But she wouldn't hear me because she was an older woman. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So,
Hey,
but
I
Trying to
went
touch
in
the
the
hem of
store.
your
I
garment.
went in the store today.
Mm.
I went in the store today with my friends is on, and the lady say, "You in the truth?" I said, "Yes, ma'am.
Ooh.
My
I'll
daughter's in the
pray.
truth, and
I'll
they
pray.
Boy.
proving. I think they call it proving or something like that." I said, "All praises to the Most High." They getting them Israelite man.
I'll pray.
But between Sister
Mm-hmm.
Quay and my baby sister, I done got me enough friends shirts now. I got enough for every day now. So I'm
I
strapped up.
got I got mine.
That what that's the whole plan.
I supposed to get mine by the end of this week, man. I got 7 of them joints. You hear me? 7 shirts,
That's
bro.
what I did. That's what I did, man. I ordered me
All praise.
some of those packs that come with like 6 or 7 of them in it.
hmm
And I had my baby sister to frame me up a pack, and then Sister Quay had already did me like 4 or 5, so I'm good.
Yeah, I'm gonna get her to
They
make
put
me
you on
some
in
too
there.
on some other shirt. Cause she did my Zeke so right, man. I'll be appreciating them Zeke. Shout out Sister Quay. All praise to the Most
Man,
High for
shout out to Sister Quay,
providing it,
man.
for providing it, and that stabbing.
Man,
You hear
how
me,
y'all think I feel?
man? Man,
Hey,
listen,
look, Dark. Hey,
small.
Dark put in the order for a
Yeah,
Sabbath sandwich every week now.
man. I'm trying to
Mm-mm.
tell you,
A
And they gonna
Sabbath
get you through
sandwich.
by the whole
Sabbath
weekend.
sandwich.
Boy, get them through the whole
Hey, still,
weekend,
you
boy.
gonna eat it. You gonna have that thing Sunday night. You gonna be like,
You
dang, I still ain't
you said a salad?
Sabbath sandwich.
No,
Sabbath.
a Shabbat sandwich.
A Shabbat sandwich. Yeah, that's right.
That
Shabbat.
last 3 days.
Man, I'm
Yeah,
trying to tell you.
you can't knock it out. You ain't gonna knock it out no one Shabbat.
Nah, you ain't.
For real?
You
Nah,
gotta
boy,
be a
you ain't
real
gonna.
hungry
Boy,
man.
you ain't. Hey, look here. You ain't gonna get all your studies did if you do.
I'm
Hey, you
telling
gonna
you,
be
you gonna
sleep,
I'm
man.
telling you now.
sleep, rest.
Boy, you going to sleep. You gonna rest now, but you ain't gonna get your studies in.
All praise.
Mm-hmm.
That
All
thing
praise,
so
man.
heavy, boy. Thing heavy. Everything fresh on.
But
But
I'm
yeah.
telling you though, man. Back on what we were saying, when you out in this world and they see your Zeeks or your friends, it's a different
Mm-hmm.
level of respect. It's a different
That's
level of
right.
respect
You
that
stepping
you that
properly,
you
man.
that's right. That's right. That you get, man.
I'm
All
telling
praise
you,
to the Most
I
High.
had a young brother at work. A young brother at work stopped me. I told Dart, man, I was so glad that he stopped me. And we were taking lunch, and I was going to my car with my meal, and he just stopped me, and he just started asking questions. And after he
Uh-huh.
had asked so many questions, he had to look down at his phone. He was like, "My bad, bro. You can go ahead and eat, man." You know what I told him? But look here, hey, we don't survive our bread alone, bro. I said, "This is more important
Oh
than me
man,
sitting down and eating my food." I said, "Go ahead,
that's
ask
beautiful.
another question." Man, I sit down. I just kept chopping it up with him. Kept chopping it up with him. I was so proud that a brother of my nationality, a brother of my
Mm-hmm.
background asked, because I get Edomites to ask questions all day at work. And I have to base my statistics on my experience. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So therefore, I always tell my real, I be like, man, you know, it's amazing that more Edomites ask me questions than Israelite brothers and sisters. Because that's a true statement. So when he asked, that allows me to be able to say that some of us out there are curious. Some of us out there want to know. And it ain't all hope ain't lost. All hope ain't lost, man. Now, true enough, he went back to doing what he was doing the next day, back in the car with the smokers on break. You know what I'm saying? But for that day, we talked, and I'm still trying to talk to him. We speak every day now. It's a difference in the way we speak. And he had noticed my fringes every day, but that day he asked the question, and he was just like, man, that brother knows something. I was like, yeah, I said, we can learn something. We can learn something together. But that was that other podcast I was talking about. That was B Simone. I don't know if
Be some.
y'all know who
Oh,
she
okay.
is.
Yeah. I know you talking about.
B Simone. And what she's going by is she did on her podcast, and she said that how she don't want to date a 9 to 5 brother. If y'all understand what that means.
Mm.
She don't want to date a 9 to 5 type brother. So what is she
What
worshiping?
about a brother
You
in
know what
the
I'm saying?
truth? You know what I'm saying?
Where does her worship? She not gonna get no brother in the truth if she 5 type brother. So what does she want then? Or if she don't want a 9 to 5 type brother, what does she want?
Traditions of man.
See what I'm saying? That's
Yep. She
crazy.
want that traditional man tradition. She want
Man.
those what we was talking about earlier, those deities.
That's what
those
it is. She
those
more focused
idols.
on washing your hands.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? She more focused on washing your hand before you eat than actually eating clean animals. Do that make sense?
Oh, that made perfect sense. Perfect sense.
Yeah, yeah. She worried about is your hands clean. It's gonna defile me, rather than worried about am I eating a clean animal? Am I eating an animal according to the dietary law? I think we lost, brother. Still. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you bet.
Kicking back in here.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah. We
Oh,
hear
we
you.
got
Okay, okay. Yeah, that was my real calling. I'm on though. Y'all go ahead.
hmm But yeah, we were talking about B Simone from Wildin' Out on her podcast. She was saying that she don't want to date a 9 to 5 type of brother. And we were just asking, what does that mean? She worship. What type of brother does she want then, Steph?
You know what she worships? She worships Mammon.
That's
you.
crazy.
She
That's
worships
what I
Mammon.
said, still.
And I don't know if y'all saw that interview where Cam Newton did with what's the woman name that played on Love and Hip Hop? K Michelle.
Uh-huh.
Man, K Michelle got on there, bro. Hey, if you haven't
Crying
seen
for
the
help, crying for a man.
no. She was on there dogging us,
Oh
but she
man.
was praising Esau. She was on there talking about everything that we're not.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it came down to it, Cam Newton asked her, he said, if you don't mind me asking, do do you date outside of your race? She said, that's all I date. I don't date black men. But
Mm.
the whole show, all she did was sit there and dog us. But my
Mm-hmm.
question is, if you ain't married to no Israelite man, you don't want no Israelite man, why you got your mouth on us?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Can
Your
you can
opinion
you
really
show
shouldn't
videos
matter.
on this platform? Can you show videos on this
Sure
platform?
can. Sure can.
Hey, hey
Yeah.
E, you need to watch that video, and y'all need to break that video down, Hebrew. That's gonna be some
We
good
might we
content
might
for
do a
you.
reaction to that. We might do us a
Yeah,
reaction to that.
Yeah,
that'll be
for
some
sure.
good content for y'all, man. Because it's a good teaching video.
For
But
sure.
It's a
yeah, I
great
heard
teaching
about it,
video.
about the interview, and had nobody explained it. Nobody had explained it like that. I didn't realize that was she was on.
Yeah, she was on there saying y'all black men, y'all don't do nothing but make baby mamas, and y'all don't stick around for y'all children, and the, every other race of man is there for their kids, and they stick with their women. That's a lie.
But we know
And
Mm.
what
if
she
that's the
worship
case,
in. You see what I'm saying?
out of all the Edomite men you've been with, why you ain't married? And then
But
she
I'm
went
gonna tell
on
Mm.
you
that
what I
next.
find. What I find so funny about that, bro. You know what you find funny about that? Am I the only one that feel like she's bleaching her skin?
Nope, you not. You not.
Mm.
And not only is she bleaching her skin, she
She used to have.
mutilating her
She
body.
used to have a different color than that.
Man,
Oh
I
yeah.
remember, not to be vulgar, but I remember her top side was a normal size. But if you see them now, bro,
Mm-hmm.
and she had them all the way out, bro. The only thing that was covered up on her breast was her nipples.
Baywatch now.
Her nipples was the only thing covered up.
Areola cover, and that's it.
That was the only thing covered up.
Mm-hmm.
But you on here crying
It, it,
about
it,
black
it's
men.
like Baywatch now, man.
It's worse than
That's
Baywatch, bro.
man. You know that's all Baywatch used to
You,
do, bro. They used to break down the
you
slow
be
motion of
denied.
the women running with the big upper body. That's what they did, man. It's Baywatch. But it reminds me of what's up, girl? Night Serena Williams. That's
Yeah,
what it make me think
yeah.
about.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to be one of the most beautiful sisters
That's
I ever seen, man.
man.
Now she look like a Hank.
Sister Quay said K Michelle, one of those
Mm-hmm.
women, one of
Mm-hmm.
those women that
That
was a
was a harlot.
harlot. She was
Mm-hmm.
mating with a lot of black men, but they didn't
Mm-hmm.
want her after she mated with them. She had a
Mm-hmm.
lot of men she was sleeping with,
Hmm.
married.
And now she
And
happy
with
Married one
again.
marriage.
else. I think it was,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And she
Mm-hmm.
was crying, y'all. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. She cried for the longest, but I didn't see no tears. It's like her tear ducts don't work no more. You know
See,
what I'm
that's what
saying?
I know her for right there, Sister Quay. Her flashing everybody. That's what I know her for.
So she flashed people at all her concerts. But what I'm saying is, how can you expect to find a good man and this is how you act.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because Esau gonna accept that. Esau think that that's exciting. Esau like that. That's why she's not either. You're gonna find a man that's gonna either look at you just as fun for the night, or a man that's gonna look at you that you're not wife material.
Hey,
And that's why you have such a bad taste in your mouth for this type of people.
but y'all know she live in Nashville. Well, she got a house in Nashville now, and y'all know she do music, right? And she was
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
comparing the men in Atlanta that do music, Israelite, well, black men, versus white men in Nashville. And she was talking about how in Atlanta, when you go record a song with a black man, they gonna turn up, they gonna stay out to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, they gonna be out chasing women. She said, but when you record a song in Nashville with a white man, he at home with his family at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the evening, and he ain't finna drink with you, and he going home to his wife and kids. He in the bed by 8 o'clock.
Well, this is ridiculous. Could it be just the type of people that you chose?
Yeah, that's what I was
Why do
thinking.
you have to, you know what I'm saying? Why do you gotta use this one person you recorded with as a spokesperson for all black men? It don't work like that. Cause I don't go, bro, look here, my body ain't gonna let me do that.
I was just gonna say, boy, gonna fall asleep on you in the.
I would have been asleep on you. You'd have had to let yourself out the
All right.
studio.
So I said,
What?
turn up,
I'd have been
man. You
asleep
ain't
on
gonna
you.
try to turn
I'm
up.
not finna turn
I
up.
gotta go to work tomorrow.
I
And,
gotta go to work
and
tomorrow.
then you ain't finna be naked, cause my rib ain't going for it. You
All
ain't coming
right.
to my studio like
What?
that.
All right.
Man, you gotta get yourself together. So while you sitting here trying to talk about me, we gotta get you right before you can even put your judgment on me. But you gotta come in here covered
And
up.
then she said that she can't dress the way that she was dressed on that show in Nashville. She said. So what you saying is
Well,
you
why
will
you come on this
bring
show
this
dressed
to
like that
black
then?
men. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You will respect white men. Is basically what she was telling us in our face. I respect him,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't
I'm
respect you.
conservative around them. But this is how I act around
That's
y'all.
right.
So
Yeah, I'm
how
a
much
nigga
are you
around
to
y'all.
blame for the way that these men are acting?
That's right.
You ain't gonna carry none of this blame?
That's that
This is
worship right
ridiculous,
there we was
bro.
talking about, bro.
That's their worship, bro. That's it.
And
That's
that's a
that's
good
that's the
segue.
influence.
That's a good segue to the next question that I have for y'all on the topic of worship. Um, what is Sabbath worship?
Mm. We were just discussing the Sabbath the other day, bro. And what I said was, you know how we run into a lot of people that don't have the same level of belief system that we have, right? We have these
Right.
debates and dialogue with them. And a lot of times they create a straw man
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
by by saying, well, we don't actually know what day the Sabbath is. But
Mm-hmm.
my rebuttal to that is, even if you think it's on Sunday, are you keeping it properly on Sunday?
Right.
Nope.
So even if you think it is on Sunday, you still ain't keeping the Sabbath. So why are you creating this straw man about we don't know which day it is when you're not keeping it properly, no matter what day you think it is?
And man, we just did a lesson, and I just did a breakdown. I just did a breakdown on the Sabbath, the 7 days. The name of the lesson was no, that was Cortez's lesson. Cortez did that lesson, and it was fire. The name of
Yes,
the
it
lesson
was.
was Can you count
Can
the
you
Sabbath?
count to
You count
seven?
the seven, yeah. I was there,
Mm-hmm.
step. I was there. Oh man, that list was
Man,
so
that
Mm-hmm.
good.
lesson, man, what?
Man, it was
Man,
good.
that brother
I was
went
telling
off
God
on
saying
that
about it
lesson.
too. I told him it was.
Mm-hmm.
I said, man, it was good.
So did. And the statement I made a while ago about running the race, I got that from Brother KG lesson last night.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that lesson was good, man. and all of the lessons this week been really about worship. It's been
Mhm.
really about worship. Because
All
the
praise.
first lesson
All
on
praise to the
Monday,
Most High. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
the first lesson on Monday was about, it was about the war, but it was also about preparation on for what's to come. You know what I'm saying? And about the worship of the Most High.
Man, we were just discussing that. Me and Dart was just talking about them rumors of war today.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Me and the Most High working, man.
That's how he worked, bro. Y'all know how he do. That's how he do. I don't care how far you are apart from your Israelite brothers and sisters. When he put it on you, he put it on you. He covers.
That's
He
Hmm.
right.
dropped it.
That's
He
right, man.
dropped that thing, man. And
So
that's
right.
just amazing that how you said like that's what y'all been on all week, and then that's what we
Mm-hmm.
end up, and because we let the Most High tell us what the
For
topic
sure.
will be
For
all
sure.
the time. This
Every
me and
time.
Doc, we be talking about so much different stuff, and we just let him tell us what it's gonna be about, and that's just how he work, man.
E, you gave me my lesson for last week in the conversation that me and you had. You remember when we was talking and I said, that's a lesson. I taught that lesson last week, bro.
What were we talking about? I know what we were talking about, but I don't remember what you said will be the lesson.
Um, man, what was the
'Cause
name
I
of that
remember the
lesson,
conversation. We
man?
talked for a minute.
Oh, can't stop, won't
Yeah,
stop. Can't
yeah,
stop, won't
yeah,
stop.
yeah.
Yeah, I was there for.
Can't stop, won't
I
I
stop.
watched that one
seen that.
too.
I seen that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I got that lesson from you.
Mm-hmm. All praise to the Most High, man.
Well, it come from the Most
But yeah,
High,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
in
But you know
conversation.
those conversations, that's what it do. It ignites stuff. Just like me and Dart was saying, when we have conversations, a lot of times the things that he tell me he going through, or the way that he look at stuff, it be answering questions that I be asking within myself all the time. And that's just how the Most High work, man. And that lets you know that we are in the proper mindset. You know what I'm saying? We worshiping properly.
That's right, bro. That's right, man. And that's what it's all about. It's all about that worship. And I made a statement last night, man, about love, man. Like that's something that we don't have enough of in Israel.
Mm-hmm,
I ain't even talking about the Christian church.
mm-hmm,
I'm talking about in
mm-hmm.
Israel. And I know where it come from. We don't know how to love properly
Yeah.
because we haven't been taught it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really know how to love one another properly like the Most High want us to.
For,
But we gotta work
for
on
so
that
many
thing,
different
man. We
reasons, bro.
got
You
to.
know, us as men,
Yup.
we're afraid to be in a vulnerable state.
And tough
As
love,
you
ain't it,
know,
Mm-hmm.
man?
yeah, we want to be tough all the time,
Yup.
man. We're
Hmm.
afraid to be vulnerable, bro.
Yup. Yup. But we gotta get out of that, man.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta get out of that because we gotta start practicing that thing right now, man, before we go into the wilderness.
Woo!
Because once we get in the wilderness and pass under that rod, man, the Messiah ain't going for
Hmm.
that,
That's
man.
right.
He gonna purge us
That's
out.
right. And we don't
It's a
we don't know
practice.
the time or the season, so you got to get right now. That's what we
Hmm.
just talking about it,
That's
bro.
right, man. That's right, bro. That's right. We gotta love each other right, the right way, and practice it now. Because practice make perfect.
That's right.
Perfect practice make perfect.
Hmm.
And you know, just like how we were talking about, our crosses are different. It's as hard as it is. You have to try to be considerate. That and what I'm saying is something that I'm gonna have to put in my pocket and carry with me too. You see what I'm saying? We gotta be considerate.
Right. We
We
all
gotta
do.
be considerate of what the next brother cross is, because I
That's
can't
right. That's
expect,
right.
as even if I feel like what the way I do it is right, I can't expect that out of the next brother. I gotta try to be considerate, and
That's
I gotta
true.
show patience with
We gotta be all babes, ain't it? We gotta be babes of babes. You know
them.
what
Man,
I'm saying?
yep, yep. You're right,
That's
bro.
right. That's right. The you know what the only thing that we got to stand on that's for sure is not feelings or emotions.
Mm-hmm.
All we got that we can say is the word of the most high
That's
God.
right.
That's it.
That's our measuring stick.
But I'm gonna tell you though, bro. it's it's a hard thing to do. Like I'm saying what we need to do, it's still a hard thing to do because when I got brothers like Steph and I got brothers like Dark, bro, like you and Dark are open, y'all are open books for me.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, y'all are open book. And I don't have a problem with talking to either one of y'all with ease. You know what I'm saying? No
Mm-hmm.
matter what the
Mm-hmm.
topic is, no matter what the subject is, no matter what the emotions is, we can chop it up. And that is so hard because that actually sets a bar. Because I know how it should be and I know how possible it is. So that makes it hard for me to be able to talk to people that it's not as easy to talk to. Do that make sense what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It does.
That goes
It
back to
does.
that where you gotta be aware of like other people crosses
Yep,
that
yep,
ain't the same. That goes back to
yep.
that.
It's hard, man. It's hard because I know.
But you, but
Salaki, go ahead.
so, but you know what that open book is though, E. And I'm not just saying it because it's me, bro. It's genuinality, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's genuine people, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how I am. I love hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I'm just a genuine person. Like I, I don't know. I don't really know how to be fake with people because I ain't never been that. I ain't never been fake. I don't
Right,
know
bro.
how to. I don't know how to be a chameleon. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how to pretend like I'm this way with you or that way with you, and then be another way with you another time and pretend. I don't know how to do that.
I get what you're saying.
And then
Ain't no
sometimes
code
it's
switching, ain't
it's
it still?
it ain't,
Yeah, I
man.
know.
And then
No.
sometimes it's to my detriment because sometimes I'm too honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
it could be a disadvantage.
it can, and it rub people the wrong way sometimes, and I don't intend for it to, but that's just how I am. I don't know how to be no
Mm-hmm.
other way.
Hey, what we always say, Dark, being 100 ain't always easy,
That's the right thing to do.
but it's the right thing to do, bro.
That's right.
Sometimes being 100 gonna be the hardest route, but that's still the right thing to do. Just be 100 is better. But
Mm-hmm.
see, with y'all, I don't have to try to put too much thought into no motive. I don't have to put too much thought into what you thinking, what you're trying to do, what it mean. I don't have to put too much thought into it. With a lot of other people, I have to really sit back and try to wonder,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? What it is. Is it this?
What's the angle?
What's the angle? Why they do this? Why they say this? Why they hadn't said this? Why? And it's just, man, it's stressful, bro. It's stressful because this walk is already, man. It ain't just one step behind the neck, bro. This walk right here ain't just one step behind the neck. It's
Sure ain't.
uphill. It's uphill.
Hey, well, I'm talking
But
about rocks and not even it's real
Boy,
rugged. You know what I'm saying? Ain't
bro,
no,
it's
it ain't
rugged,
no
man.
paved. It ain't
No,
paved or
no,
nothing like
no.
the other walk over there on that side. It's
Yeah,
more like like you said earlier, the wilderness. It's gonna be
man,
that
that's what it is, dog.
jungle.
That's what it is. The
It's
but
gonna be
wilderness.
that
but
wilderness,
Salakia,
man.
but Salakia though, and I know where you coming from because I know how you are, bro. I know how you feel. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying be a fool or allow nobody to take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
But
with you.
it's just like relationships with women, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna have puppy love. You gonna get your heart broke. You gonna run into some women in your life. They gonna treat you bad. They gonna take advantage of you. But then you can't go through the rest of your life mistreating every other woman that you come in contact with just
Mm-hmm.
because you ran
Cause
into
you've been
some bad
scarred.
women along the way.
Mm-hmm.
You'll miss out on the best love of your life.
That's right.
Right.
And it's the same way with your brethren. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, we all done ran into some shyster Negroes in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And we done had to set barriers and allow niggas not to cross this and I don't trust you. And because it wind up biting you in the end. But we still gotta be able to be vulnerable in the most high.
Mm-hmm. And it's that what do we worship, bro?
That's right.
If you truly worship the Most High, then you're gonna be able to do that. Bro, don't do you know brother Eliyahu hit me up?
Oh yeah.
Man, I'll praise to the most high, man. You know, it's certain people that hit you up, certain people let you know. And again, like I said, they be setting the bar for me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when you around genuine people, it's I know we're not supposed to expect everybody to be genuine because they not. It's everybody. We're not all built the same. But you appreciate that so much that that's what you want to be around. That's what you want to surround yourself with.
Mm-hmm.
That brother just hit me up, sent me his number. Like, man, just call me. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing but appreciate that, respect that, and it gives you hope, bro. It gives you hope, man. That the world might turn around. We might get it turned around.
At one
Because
third.
we ain't want to just see it revolve. You know what I'm
We ain't
saying?
want to just watch it revolve. We want to help it turn around, man. And it just
Man.
stuff like that, bro. It do. It lets you know, like, okay, it's man, you ain't by yourself, and you know this walk lonely. So when you get stuff like that, you know what I'm saying. Mother Mary hit me up like, hey, you in the real? Bring the kids out here and come and see me. You know what I'm saying? Stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that just it speaks volume, even though it be small gestures. You know, brother Eliyahu just give me his number. Hey, just call me, bro. I miss hearing you. Just call me. That's a small gesture, but man, that, you know what I'm saying? It's power.
Can I get a script?
Bring it
Always.
out.
Always.
Uh, let's go to Leviticus 23 and 1 through 3 because this is gonna take us backwards a little bit. But I had a point that I wanted to hit on that Sabbath that we was on a while ago. If you don't mind, Hebrew.
I got you, bro. Leviticus chapter 23. And I'm going to start with verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts. 6 days shall we work. So like it, 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is Shabbat of rest. In the holy convocation ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. All praise.
Okay, so even with the Gregorian calendar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even with the calendar that we go by here in Babylon, uh, the daughter of Babylon, everybody know that the first day of the week is Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But when it come down to the scriptures, everybody want to act like they dumb. Well, don't nobody really know. Yeah, we do know. Hebrew, get Tobit out of the Apocrypha. Get Tobit um, 1 and read, I think, about 1 through 6.
All right.
Want to base it off of you base it off of what you know, basic off what we can read. That's how you know.
Mm-hmm.
You said 1 and 1.
Tobit chapter 1, yeah, 1 through 6.
You got it dark, or you want me to jump on it?
Y'all, don't bring it out for me.
The Tobit 1 and 1. The book of the words of Tobit, son of Tobiel, son of Ananel, the son of Aduel, the son of Gabriel, of the seed of Asil, of the tribe of Naphtali, who in the time of Enemessar, king of the Assyrians, was led captive out of Thespi, which
So
is
stop right there. So we already can tell right here from where we at right now that
mm-hmm,
this is the time of the Assyrian captivity.
mm-hmm,
Because you just read he an Israelite from the
mm-hmm,
tribe of Naphtali,
mm-hmm,
and now he up under an Assyrian captivity. Just
mm-hmm,
like we up under the Roman captivity right now, they was up under the Assyrian captivity. Go
mm-hmm,
ahead, bro.
which is at the right hand of the city, which is called properly Naphtali in Galilee,
Mm-hmm.
above Assur. I, Tobit, have walked all the days of my life in the ways of the truth and justice, and I did many alms deeds to my brethren, and did and my nation, who came with me, who came with me in Nineveh into the land of the Assyrians. And when I was in mine own country, in the land of Israel, being but young, all the tribe of Naphtali my father fell from the house of Jerusalem, which was chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, that all the tribes should be sacrificed there, where the temple of the habitation of the Most High was consecrated and built for all ages.
Uh-huh.
Now all the tribes which together revolted, and the house of my father Naphtali sacrificed unto the heifer Baal.
Now there
But
go,
I,
hey, there,
yep,
there go your pagan worship
there
right
it is
there.
right there.
And we know that
Mm-hmm.
this is who? This the Northern Kingdom.
They were sacrificed unto that heifer.
That's right.
Boy, they
What
snap.
you got, Black? Sound like you finna say something.
Oh no, no, I was just I just pulled it up on the screen so
Okay.
we can see it. I got us
All
an
right.
apocryphal.
6 says, but I alone went into Jerusalem at the feast, as it was ordained unto all people of Israel by everlasting decree, having the first fruits and the tenths of increase, which was first shorn, and them gave I at the altar to the
Mm-hmm.
priest, the children of Aaron. The first
Mm-hmm.
tenth part of all increase I gave to the sons of Aaron who ministered at Jerusalem. Another tenth part I sold away and went and spent it every year at Jerusalem.
Uh-huh. Because why? Because a lot of times, say for instance, if your travel was long, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could sell whatever it is that you was taking to the priest for money. And then once you got to Jerusalem, you could take that money and buy back exactly what it was that you sold and take it to the priest. They weren't taking the priest money. But the reason why I wanted this scripture read is because Tobit is showing you, even up under an Assyrian captivity,
Captivity. He still
he,
held it down.
he still went and worshiped on a high holy day, which
Mm-hmm.
is a which is a
Mm-hmm.
Sabbath.
Mm-hmm.
So all praise to the Most High.
Ain't no excuses, bro. It just
It
ain't
ain't
no
none.
excuses. No matter what your situation is, you're supposed to be able to find a way to your best ability now, to your best ability to still be able to hold it down for the Most High. And that's going to show if
Mm-hmm.
you truly worship or not.
That's right.
I'll praise to the Most High for that.
It made me think about like on Shabbat where I had to go in captivity
Mm-hmm.
sometime. Like I still, I'm still not gonna involve myself in anything if my captors don't make me.
I
You
get what you're
understand what I'm
saying.
saying? So when I'm sitting in captivity, I'm still studying. I'm still trying to learn, get edified through the word, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
fasting. So that made me think about that
Mm-hmm.
when you read that out of Tobit.
Man,
Even even
that fast is what's gone. That fast to take your spirit man from a lower estate, and it'll put your spirit man in close proximity to the spirit of the Most High God, man. I just came off of one, Hebrew, and I'm telling you, man, coming out of a fast, it's like a high,
mm,
but it's better than a
Hmm.
drug high.
mm-hmm.
But go ahead, Hebrew, my bad.
Yeah, no, all praise. You talking in the spirit. That's just that's a form of sacrifice right there. That's a form of, you know what I'm saying, obedience. Being able to go through that fast and you know, just like the scripture we read earlier, you know what I'm saying, that obedience, that's enough sacrifice right there. Keeping them laws,
I'm
doing what
telling
you're
you.
supposed to do, keeping the Sabbath the best that you can, the best of your ability. We know sometimes we're gonna have to work. We know sometimes we're gonna be in this captivity, but you still can go out of your way to do, even if it's a slight inconvenience, to do the best that you can to make sure that you're doing it properly.
And also, man, like my fasting in the past, I used to fast, but not to the extent that I do now. But I'm just gonna show you how the Most High use other brothers to be a blessing to you. No matter if they're
Mm-hmm.
younger, like you can learn. We can learn from anybody, man. And being around KG have blessed me in that
Mm-hmm.
area.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that brother has been a blessing to me on the fasting, uh,
Hmm.
because he do it so effortlessly. It's contagious, man.
I called him not too long ago to ask him about fasting, and he gave me some great information and great insight. But I'm gonna tell you, brother,
Hmm.
still like me, I've been knowing KG since, man, cause we all stayed out there together. You know what I'm saying? That boy didn't eat nothing for real. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like
It's
this.
like something he was
Even
prepped for
though
before he knew it.
before he came to the truth, he before
Mm-hmm.
he knew it, man. Before he knew it. So that's something I see how the fasting and I see how he's so good at it or how he come about it because the Most High already put that on him before he even came in the truth.
Man, all praise it, bro.
For
But
sure.
yeah, man, it's been a blessing. And we gon' we gonna continue to worship the Most High, in spirit and in truth. And man, we gonna walk this thing out. We gonna walk it out together, man. We need
Forever.
each other, bro. We need each other, man.
Ain't no doubt
We
about it.
do. This thing it's hard, man. This thing hard, man.
No doubt about that. If we truly worship what we say we do, that's the question. That's gonna be the
That's
tell.
right.
That's gonna be the tell. If you truly worship what
Mm-hmm.
you say you worship, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it work. So man, y'all got anything else y'all want to bring out? Y'all know we don't about reach that limit, man.
I got a couple more scripts if y'all want me to
Man,
bring them
bring
out.
something else up.
Bring it up.
Um, let's get that Isaiah 25 and 13, and then
You
we'll
said Isaiah
precept that with that
25.
wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, 25 and 13, and then we'll precept that with that wisdom of
I don't
Solomon.
got a 13 still. I might be missing it. Hold on.
Isaiah 29
I
and
thought you said
29
13.
and
25.
13. Right? Yeah, I thought you said 20.
Yeah, yeah, 29. My bad. My bad. I might have said 25.
That's all
Dark said I don't got no 13.
right. I still don't got.
He just
And
gonna
this is
touch on that what he just said about if we worship and what we say we
Mm.
worship. It's gonna touch on that what he just said.
You got it, bro. You want me to bring it out?
yeah, bring it up because I don't see it. You said 29, right?
All right. 29 and 13. Isaiah 29 and 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips, who honor me, but have removed their hearts far from me. And their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. You going? We lost that.
I might have lost it.
I'm gonna read it again though. It says, wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips, do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. What you get out of that? Bro?
Um, that's exactly what we're doing right now. Where it said, that fear toward me is taught by the precept of men.
Mm-hmm.
So, here a little, there a little. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, to break it down almost line for line, it goes back to when we was talking about two or more people coming together in Yahweh's name. That's gonna be a that's that draw. That's that draw. We're not gonna draw
Mm-hmm.
unless we worship in the Most High. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you.
And you know, live still honor me. You know, that's blatant. But it's like, but have removed their heart from, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear towards me is taught by the precept of man. So break that one down for me, bro. Where it says, but have removed their heart far from me.
That's simple. Of course, you can say, I praise the Lord, I follow God,
Mm-hmm.
I am saved, I am a Christian, I am righteous with your mouth. But in your heart, do you truly believe that? Will
Mm.
you really step out on faith? Do you really follow the commandments? Because if you say, I have faith in the Most High God, and the Most High God say, do these commandments,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't do them, do you really have faith in the Most High God?
Salaki,
And
I'm back.
we know what their love is, right? We know what
That's
their
right.
love is.
That's right. So, of course, they honor him with their mouth and with their lips. But if you don't do what you're saying, do you really honor him?
That's right, bro. That's right.
It's easy to say it, but what it works at?
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you, bro. In Israel, it's a lot of that go on, bro. And you know, I know that as Israelites, there's a lot of us that harp on Christians and you know, Christian this and Christian church that.
Yeah, but what about us?
Man, hey,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of that go on inside the house of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Brothers can quote scripture
Yeah,
from here to next
yeah,
Monday.
yeah. You can talk that talk. Good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Good at it. You can talk that talk.
What
But
they walk look like, ain't it, man?
what the you know what I always say? Integrity. Integrity is doing it when ain't nobody around.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you when you by yourself? That's who
You see
you
what I'm
really are.
saying? Integrity is doing it when ain't nobody around.
Mm-hmm. The person that you are when you by yourself, that's
Man,
who you really are.
man. And that fly on the wall, no.
When your wife and kids ain't at home,
Mm-hmm.
when ain't no brothers around, and
Mm-hmm.
you all by yourself, that's who you really are.
Make a big difference. Come on, bring out
Yes,
one more
sir.
scripture, man,
Mm-hmm.
before I get ready to
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
work.
That precept that wisdom of Solomon, what I said, wisdom of Solomon, hold on one second. What we just brought out.
We were just in Isaiah, what
Okay, yeah, yeah. Wisdom of Solomon, 1 and 5.
Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 5. I'm gonna start with 4 if you don't mind.
Go ahead, bring it out.
Uh, for into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter,
Ooh,
nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin.
huh?
For the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding, and will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in.
That's right. And that's the reason why a lot of our people, they know the truth, but they not really in the truth. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why they can't operate in love, they can't operate in integrity, they can't operate the way the Most High would have them to. You know why? Because they don't have the spirit of the Most High God in them. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because they not real with this thing.
Like four just said, for into a malicious soul, wisdom shall not enter.
It won't enter.
So despite of what it looked like on the outside, that's tough right there.
You can't put old wine in a new wine skin.
No,
It's gonna burst it.
it don't work like that.
The six hit with it too. It says, "For wisdom is a loving spirit, and will not acquit a blasphemer of his words. For God is witness of his reigns, and the true beholder of his heart, and a hearer of his tongue." That's what y'all was talking about right there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yep.
I'll praise it. You right.
Yes, sir.
It hit.
But yeah, that's all I got, Hebrew.
But yeah, that
Praise
thing
the
that
Most
thing
High.
hit, man. I just think that, we gotta be real careful just because we have an image in our head of what a deity is. We
Mhm.
have to be careful what we turn into a deity, because we can worship things, objects, we can worship situations without being conscious of that. That's what we're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and that's scary, bro. That's scary because you know it was easy for Job to be perfect when everything was perfect.
Hmm.
It wasn't as easy once everything was gone. So we can't be so comfortable with our situation and have that the crutch that our faith is leaning on. Do that make sense?
Mhm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we got to be careful of what we worship and what deities we create, bro. Because we create them without knowing it on an unconscious level. But y'all can add
I'm
something,
gonna
man,
leave
before
him
we
with
shoot
this,
on
bro.
out.
I'm gonna leave him with
Bring
this.
it out.
The turnaround takeaway.
Come
Don't
on.
worship like the world. Don't follow your heart. That's
Mm,
that's 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 tough right there. Don't follow your heart.
mm.
Follow the word. Worship in truth. Fear the Most High.
That's tough. Say that again. Say that again, dog. That's tough.
Don't worship like the world.
Mm-hmm.
Don't follow your heart. Don't follow
Mm,
your heart.
mm.
Follow the word. Worship in truth.
Mm-hmm.
Fear the Most High.
That's a good turnaround takeaway because
That's wisdom.
to not follow your heart is a hard thing. Your instinct make you want to do that.
Ooh,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Ah, this
Mm-hmm.
one. And then look, it'll easily trick you and say, uh, that's that's the rule. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it'll trick you into thinking that, won't it?
Rule.
That boy said,
Nah, that ain't
that's the rule. That ain't what it is.
the
That's a
rule.
trick. That's a
You gotta
trick.
go to the word. Go to that word.
Go to the word, man. Yeah, that's good. That's good, bro. All praise.
Hey, I just want to say before we go, man, I just want to tell y'all brothers on the panel and the brothers and sisters that's in the chat, man, I love y'all. Hey, I count it an honor to be invited on your platform, Hebrew.
All praise.
Uh, I love y'all brothers, man. We got to keep up this work, man. Y'all brothers keep doing the work,
Oh
man.
yeah. forever.
Keep putting the word of the Most High God out there. Whether we believe we being effective or not, as long as we teaching the unadulterated word
Hmm.
of the Most High God, we are being effective. So, hey, I love y'all brothers. I love y'all brothers and sisters in the chat. Hey, man, I pray that the Most High bless the channel and y'all brothers go out to the four corners of the earth, man, and be a blessing to a lot of God's people.
Man,
Shalom.
Shalom, bro.
shalom,
We love
shalom.
too, bro. We love you
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
man.
yeah. All praise. You know, we're gonna do it like you said. We're gonna do it till the chariots come, man. You know,
That's right.
that's just it, man.
That's right.
Well, y'all already know, man. It's the turnaround, bro. You know, we'll be back, and y'all all praise the brother Stephen for showing up and showing out. You feel me?
That's for sure. Bring on
Cause
hot
y'all
scripts. You
are
hear me?
he gonna bring the scripts. Yeah,
Hot
he brought
scripts,
the script.
boy.
Hallelujah.
But
Hallelujah.
yeah. We appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna holler at you, man. Shalom to both of y'all, man.
For sure.
All right, shalom, bro.
Yep.